Push the button. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Okay, right, take two. I figured interruption was coming, so take two. Right, so anyway, I'll start fresh. So, essentially, I wanted to discuss this topic for quite a while, but I figured I'll say it in the format of a top 5. And just to reiterate, the fact I'm doing this on COD and not Rivals, I'm talking about Rivals on COD. There is a reason for that, which I'll touch on in a while. And yeah, I'll just jump right into it. So, essentially, the premise of this video is why factually it is dying, the game Marvel Rivals, and why it's sealing its own coffin, and at a rate that is concerning. As someone who enjoys the game, I suppose I nail my colours to the mast. I do love the game. I do think it's quite fun. As someone who's basically given up on multiplayer games, I'd like to think, one of the last fun multiplayer games that I actually enjoy. I deleted Battlefield. I could not enjoy it. X-Defiant, I thought it was a load of shit. I've moved on from COD. I just play COD the Troll. I don't play it to play it. And any other game I could think of top of my head is one I played once, twice, and said fuck it. So, moving on from that, the last bit of context I suppose is needed is Rivals is a game that I would love to see it succeed. And the points I want to mention in the top 5 reasons why I think it'll die are purely a warning from someone who's been gaming online for 17, 18 years. Someone's been gaming for 21 years. I'd like to think that there might be a bit more brevity to what has been said here, and a few perspectives that certainly are not the norm, or certainly are not the accepted norm. I think they are the norm of gamers of yonder years, but not the modern iteration of gamer. I suppose I'll just begin. So number 5 reason why I think Rivals why it is dying and why I think it will fully die. Number 5 is a cliched thought, but I have to put it in, is triple support. Triple support and the means by which the healers operate on the game, the way in which they operate, the output of healing, the damage they're able to do, the capabilities they have to defend themselves, for the most part, is absurd. Like, if you just take, obviously Invisible Woman and Gambit are the two main ones to spring to board, but I'll talk about Invis specifically. She's been receiving buffs to such an extent that she can out DPS basically any DPS, maybe with the exception of Daredevil, and maybe with the exception of a really good Hawkeye who can just one-tap you. Invis can self-sustain, can poke, she can be a flanker by proxy of invisibility. She can be a poke, as in she can sit back and just shoot her L1 orb that does like tick 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 damage and heals. She can pull push, and that pull push can hit any number of enemies in an area. Does I think 50 damage per hit, but it seems like it does more when you're a fucking dive and you're helpless and you're just being pull pushed and off the map. The only healers I would reckon are balanced are Adam Warlock and Loki. They're fine. The rest are either broken in their healing output or broken in terms of their ability to survive. And the main principle, I suppose, will lead into number 4, is just the reason to play DPS should always be in the name, the damage per second. When you have healers that are able to out damage and heal a DPS, it's basically a DPS. They're a DPS that does more damage than most DPSs and can heal and has really good stuns. So I've kind of alluded to 2 of my later points, so I'll move on to the next one. The next one, really, reason 5, 4 and 3 are all gameplay related. 2 and 1 are very different. I'll get to those in a bit. Number 4 then is just the overemphasis of the meta being supporting long range boring characters. Now, are they all boring? Is boring subjective? Yes. All your characters, your Frank, Hela, who's the other obvious one, Hawkeye, Phoenix, Namor, what do they all share in common? Oh yes, a very long range or hit scan main primary weapon. They have some form of disgusting ability that lets them be invincible against. Hela has the bird, Phoenix has the flight, and she has the dash. Namor has the bubble. Frank can just instantly turret, and he's a grapple too. If you look at other characters like Iron Man or Storm, yes, Storm's movement capabilities are shite, but unless you have a really good Spider-Man, she's going to just stay at the back of the map, and that's nothing you can do. Soldier salute. If there's someone playing Iron Man, all he's do is sit at the top of the map, and the only really chance of killing them is another Namor, another poke, a really good Spider-Man. That's it. Black Panther, not a hope, with how he's been nerfed. Essentially, point number 4, I keep it brief, point number 4, or reason number 4, I think the game's, or in the 4th position, I should say, in increasing severity, is this the long range meta. And so I suppose going to point number 3, it's kind of linked to that. Anti-dive meta / the prevalence of stuns. So this is one thing that will never be talked about. I'd say I say former with a heavy heart, my former favourite character was Black Panther. He's one of my first lords to get, and he's a character that I absolutely adore going for. I never raged once going for him. So fun. This when you popped off, and by the way, I'm on console, so I'm not one of those PC people who just flick the mouse like dead, everyone dead. It's a console. You have to actually physically turn and not turn the analog stick. I have a sensitivity set to 500, so it's as high as it could possibly be. And you just spear dash, dash flick, kick, dash flick, jump up a wall, dash around the corner, get a health pack, dash back. The entire time you're using your motor skills at their max to try and achieve even one kill. The effort and amount of inputs it takes to achieve one kill as Panther before the nerfs was serious. We're talking about season 2 onwards Panther, not season 0 where he was broken, admittedly. Season 2 onwards where you come up against Luna Snow. You know at any point she can stun you and instantly one-tap you. She can snowflake herself, increase her damage and increase her healing. She can ult at any time, or she's peeled by any other character, any other healer. You can't kill her. That's it. She's a 275 character, so you have to do spear dash, and kick. You have to do all that to kill her. So if she gets a pixel of healing, you're gone. A pixel of healing. Now all of a sudden, as it leads to my triple support point and point number 5, as it leads to that, you basically now, with there being triple support, you're constantly dealing with a Luna who's been spam healed by an Invis or a Loki or a Warlock. You're constantly dealing with that. And not only that, you're dealing with being frozen, being Mantis slept, being Hulk exiled. You're dealing with being Phoenix stunned. They've added in the new bullshit thing for Bucky, Angela, and Logan, where if you bump into each other, and Hulk, if you bump into each other, you just fall down and stunned like a fucking Looney Tunes animation where you just have feathers over your head, or birds flying on your head. They added that in, another anti-dive measure. They added in these stupid things to try and ruin dive and suffocate the playstyle completely. Can you play dive now? Yeah, you can play Daredevil and Spider-Man, that's literally it. Iron Fist, way too little damage against anyone who's not a tank. Logan as well, he's usable, but he does percentage damage, so if you're against a squishy who's been healed, good luck, he may as well jump off the map, waste of time. Point number 5, 4 and 3, the main thing as to why I think Marvel Rise is dying, is people who want to play a fun card, like Mr. Fantastic, they want to play Iron Fist, they want to play Black Panther, Bajik. I think the dives, they're the most fun playstyle in my opinion, by far the most fun playstyle. Diving, which is just fun, making the plays, you're getting the kills, you're assaulting the backline. You're generally the one that has MVP because you have the most kills. That playstyle has just been suffocated out. I'll touch on point number 1 when I get to it. Point number 1 is a large point. But anyway, point number 2, it's been done to death, but not mentioning it would be insincere. Point number 2 is engage or optimize matchmaking.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Or whatever iteration Guan and his denizens use. When they came out and said, we do not use engagement optimized matchmaking. Yeah, when COD came out and said the same about their skill-based matchmaking when they brought out that white paper, I'd say within a month of them doing that, they literally were talking about Black Ops 7 removing skill-based matchmaking. So this, in one hand, they said, oh, we don't have skill-based matchmaking or engage or optimize. In the next month, they used not having skill-based matchmaking as a marketing ploy for Black Ops 7. And literally, they had it out of the game in the beta. They had it kind of in the game at release, and now it's cranked back up to the max. Back up to 100% skill-based matchmaking. So, in terms of rivals, the matchmaking. So what do you have on paper? On paper, you have a game. You have quick play, you have all the allegedly fun modes. Your free fight, you have your arcade modes, whatever it may be. And you have Doom Match. All of those games are meant to be just load in, fire you into any sort of lobby, random teammates, random enemies, so on. And on paper, and there's not meant to be any skill-based matchmaking. On paper then, ranked is meant to be, you have your ELO, you have your MMR, you load up, you go into bronze, it's full of shares, you go into silver, just so shit, gold are a little bit better, but still shite. Platinum, they're starting to get competent. Diamond, Grandmaster, you're playing against good players, you've good teammates, good enemy team, and you should, proportional to your skill level, proportional to the overall skill of your team, or the party you play with, you should advance up the ranks. Proportionally, you should, I'm not a great player, I probably cap out at gold 2. Or myself, I probably would be at most a diamond player, at most. The guy's probably Grandmaster, maybe low Celestial. Grand. So like when you get to Grandmaster, or say you get to diamond, that's kind of your wall. You start losing more and you win, and you go back to platinum. Then you rank up to diamond, back to platinum. That's where your wall. That's where I can't really go anymore. No, that's on paper. Note I said on paper. In practice, what is the matchmaking? Well, I first talk about ranked because I've the least authority on ranked, and I'll talk about the briefest. Ranked, from what we've played, is probably, and this is sad, the least affected by the engagement optimized matchmaking. It probably is the least. Probably will be an unpopular opinion, but I think ranked, engagement optimized wise, is nowhere near as bad as quick play. I'll get to that in a moment. In ranked, yes, the outcomes are forced. That's blatant. Like you play 10 games on average, no matter what rank you are, you'll win 5, lose 5. The games you win are generally stomps. The games you win, it's either you're in the team and you're the best by a mile, your teammates are meh, but the enemies are dog shit, or you're in a team, you're the bottom, you can't do anything because your team are so dominant, and the enemy team are just shit, but you can't do anything. It's just a stomp. It's a zero progression stomp, and you just can't do anything. You're just along for the ride. You get the free SR at the end, but you got like 2 kills and no final hits. So you basically weren't there. In the losses range from a close loss, which again is engage optimized farming, sort of farm your attention. Oh, by giving you a close game, you'll know what to play more because it was a close loss. Next time, though, you'll get the win. Or the losses are complete stomps. Like basically, like where your team are shit. You might be good yourself, but your team are shit, and the enemies are just absolute AI, just on veteran mode. They don't miss, nothing to do. Everything to do is perfect. Every single ult is perfect. They hit every shot, all headshots. They never miss. So you're going through your ranks. You win 5, lose 5. Then you think, oh well, that's obviously that can't be the case. I mean, I'm up in Grandmaster. You're up in Grandmaster because you gain more SR and you lose. Simple as that. If we actually didn't control the ranks, we'd all be Celestial, and that's just a fact. You gain, but I'd say probably from what I've noticed, with Plat 1 being my highest, I'd say on average I gain about 1.5 to 2 times as much SR as I lose. And I mean, when I lose, it's hard grooting teammates to spawn. It is hard throwing. It's not just, oh, I lost because they got the last point. It is literally, I'm trapped by teammates in spawn, or I'm spitting them off the map as Jeff, or I'm doing the rocket groot thing where you spawn the beacon off the map and just instantly die. You're just blatantly griefing the teammates. I lose like 15 SR. If I get a win, I gain about 45. And my hidden MMR for the game should be shocking, because the game just thinks, what, look at this absolute cretin, he's just fucking losing every game on purpose. He must be shit. I'm still getting like 45 SR. 45, I got 57 SR for a win as Rocket. Or not as Rocket, as is it Loki? Some healer I was playing just by myself. I got 57 SR for winning. And that was in Gold 1. So there you go. Quick play is where the EOMM hell is cranked up to 11. Quick play will not just force outcomes upon you. It will force progression caps upon you. It will force fun capping upon you. Quick play will not only force a loss, it will manifest a comp on the enemy team that renders you helpless that you can't play. You can't play. Quick play's matchmaking is such that it wants to throttle fun. It wants literally all fun gone from the game. I won't spoil point number 1 too much, but I'll just say fun's a big part of point number 1. So point number 2, back to that. So in terms of the matchmaking quick play, we have had games, and if GG are for watching this, you'll testify to this, had a game where as Doreen, one of the easiest characters to do, had a game that was so progress capped, he was so suffocated by the matchmaking. You got 2 final hits and 1k damage in a full 7-minute game. It was it was a 5-minute game, because couldn't leave spawn. It was an absolute stomp. Every time you leave spawn, instant headshot, instant dead, nothing you can do. Probably entire batch of enemy teams were all cheating on PC. Probably. It could have been all veteran AI bots, all cranked to the max. Don't know. You don't know. Because now they've added skins to the AI just to try and blend them in with the real players. Because they're losing players so fast now, they're just fucking AIs into every single mode. The matchmaking in quick play is so overpowering to the point where it decides if you can play. And I won't. I'll tie up rank or point number 2 with a bow more neatly when I get to point number 1. But just to conclude the matchmaking in Rivals is designed to energy and time harvest you. It's designed to make you play as long as possible, but only if you're a particular type of person. So bringing on to number 1, the number 1 reason why Rivals will die: the player base, the culture, the style, the type of gamer we have now, and comms bans. So that might seem like that's 4 different points. That's all the same point. It's all the same. It's part of the same problem. The prime problem with Rivals and with gaming in general now is the culture surrounding it. So the culture we have in the moment in the West generally is one of a woke, far left, hyper oppressive, anti-free speech, anti-just truth, anti-truth, anti-honesty, anti-noticing anything. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of politics things. Will absolutely get this Twitch account banned just like the last one. But anyone who's halfway sentient knows what I'm referring to when I refer to current issues and the lack of freedom of speech. That has permeated and been exacerbated by the people who play modern games. I'll first go back a bit. The old school gamer, this is, and I think me and the lads are this, and I think there are some people like this. The old school gamer is someone who comes home from work, comes home from school, and they're excited to play. They're like, oh, I can't wait to play this new game. Here, guys, you hear that new game came out? It's called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Did you hear that game? It's online, and you can get things called kill streaks. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got to level 14 the other day. I got this new shotgun called the M1014, and it's one-shot kill. It's so good. And there's a perk when you get to level 52. I think that level's right. 52. It's overkill. Lets you have 2 primary weapons. If you're getting goosebumps from nostalgia, me just saying all that, you're an OG. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're not necessarily lost, but it probably means you can't appreciate what I'm saying. That's a very unique. I'm referring to COD 4. One of the OGs, not my first Call of Duty, but I went back and played it 2 years after the fact. But the specifics of what I'm reciting are relevant. It's the tone. You're excited to play. You're genuinely exploring a game. Word of mouth, entirely word of mouth. There's not anyone telling you to play. It's just, you hear about this new game, this new weapon within the game, this new kill streak. Oh my god, I can't believe that game. You mean I could be a soldier, I could run around and respawn and have fun. Roll on the dice a couple of years. Let's say that same gamer is tipping along and he's just playing the game. He's played a few CODs now. He's getting somewhat competent. This gamer just walks around and he comes across a barrel. I'll pretend he's 2 bins here, or a barrel. He just sees a red barrel. He's like, oh, what happens if I shoot that? He goes up to it and shoots it. It blows himself up. He's like, oh, that was funny. Then he goes over to another batch of 2 barrels over here. Oh, I wonder. I got blown really far last time by 1 barrel. I wonder what happens if I jump as I shoot it. And I jump and I get blown over the fucking building there. So, that was really funny. I wonder, I may try and find as many barrels as possible together and just blow myself up with the biggest explosion, just to see how high I go. And, on the map High Rise in Modern Warfare 2, there's a trilogy of, I should have loaded up High Rise actually. There's a trilogy of barrels on High Rise. And I was like, oh, I can put down a C4. I can put down a C4. Oh, I can put down a second C4 scavenger. I can put on danger close so it does more damage. And what would that gamer do? He'd put down 2 C4. He'd get his mate on the enemy team to shoot a javelin, time the javelin to land exactly, or a joker as it's called now. The javelin was what it was called. And you get the javelin to land right on the bomb, or right on the barrels as you're about to jump, and you go fucking 10 miles into the sky. And it's the funniest shit ever. And you and your friend who are doing that in your own house are having a fucking great time just doing that. And you go around to fucking every map to see how high you can blow yourself up. And lo and behold, the best map for that is Hard Hat in Modern Warfare 3. It has about 20 of those barrels in one place, and you can send yourself into orbit. Now, if you listened to all that and you chuckled, you smiled, you're like, okay, it's a bit dumb, but I can see how that was funny, or you said, you're not the problem. If you listen to me describing that story, that's me and my mate back in 2009, by the way. I was citing that specifically because me and my mate used to go around to all the different maps on Modern Warfare 2 back when we were 9 years old and blow ourselves up and see how high we could launch ourselves. That's exploration. If you heard that story and were like, that's stupid. Sure, you're not going for a win. That's boring. You're stupid. You're wasting your time. You're the problem with gaming. If you heard all that and didn't even crack a smile or didn't even go, that's kind of dumb, but sure, it's funny, I suppose. Or, yeah, I didn't do that myself now, but I used to go around to all the cars in the map and break the windows. Or I used to, I don't know, do that. I used to blow myself up every car. Or I used to go up to every digger and pretend I'm in it and I'm driving to the digger. If you didn't go around games, whether it be single player or multiplayer, and have that mindset, I can tell you where it didn't play games. You didn't play games back when games were fun. The modern gamer now only strives to win games. They only play games to win. And we've got open admission off some of these weirdos. We've asked them what you get for winning, and they just either mute, don't respond, or they say confidence. One German chap told us in COD, what do you get for winning? Confidence. You get confidence for winning a coin toss. You get confidence for winning a game that has a predetermined outcome to such an obvious extent that not noticing it, I have to question if you're actually human. Outcomes are that predetermined, akin to a slot machine in a casino. That predetermined. You gain confidence allegedly from that. You are literally only playing the game to get an arbitrary spanner at the end of the game that says win or victory. It means nothing. Did you get money for that? No. Did you, I don't know, maybe get more XP for it? Yeah, well, who cares? You're max level, who cares? Did you get maybe a medal? Did you get a handshake off the president for that? No. Did you pass your exams at school because of that? No. Did you get a promotion in your job? No. Why do you care then? Well, the reason these people care is largely due to what I'm going to discuss now for a few minutes, and it is, probably will get slightly angry talking about this, but it has to be done. YouTubers. I was going to put YouTubers as their own number one, but I'm including the whole culture, the YouTubers as part of the culture number one thing. YouTubers are the reason why gaming is not fun now. YouTubers are 100%, I would say 110% the reason why gaming is how it is. That story I told of with my mate and I years ago, going around blowing stuff up to barrels, if you upload that to YouTube now, you would have YouTubers ridiculing you, you'd have YouTubers trying to cancel you, you'd have YouTubers saying, this guy's so dumb, oh my god, I can't believe he found it fun blowing himself up in a game, he's not going for a win, oh my god. You've all these YouTubers who not only go for wins, that'd be one thing, that's kind of, if you're playing ranked only going for wins, I can understand that to a point. They're actively going in and dictating how the game has changed. They're actively puppets for the big corporations to change the game. Patch notes are based off what YouTubers say and the tier list they make. Games are changed depending on what YouTubers say. Skill-based matchmaking, engage optimized matchmaking, and even back in the day, supply drops and the monetization models are the way they are because of YouTubers, because they promote it. They're paid by these companies, whether in benefits in kind or raw cash, as was proven by White Boy 7th Street exposed all the COD YouTubers for being paid off. He showed like an email receipt of him receiving 13,000 to promote supply drops back in Black Ops 3. That was literally documented at the time. As an example from COD, but I know more recently with Rivals, I'm sure, I doubt all these streamers who, by the way, only play Rivals because they're paid to do so, and only play Rivals because they know it's trendy at the moment. When the second that game dies, they move on to the next one. And you see Tim the Tatman getting flamed over, I don't know what game it is a high guard, some meant to be a load of shit. But all his fans were saying, oh, it's a load of shit. He's trying to gaslight them and say, oh no, it's good. Yeah, it's good because you're told to say it's good, and because you're paid by the company that makes it. Good job, lad. Great integrity there. You've basically this cult, this cartel of YouTubers that dictate how a game is played. Create a culture where only winning is seen as successful. You're not playing a game unless you're winning it. You have to win. It's very important to get a win. Even quick play fucking against AI doesn't matter. You have to win. You have to win. If they see you having fun, like, I don't know, doing the equivalent of, like, if they see you do this in COD, no, you're not winning. You're against the culture that is winning. No, you're against progress. You're stopping my win. Oh, how could Giga Chad? You're blowing yourself up. You're stopping my win. You mean my SR is going to go down? Or say it's in fucking quick match. Oh, you're going to make me lose the game. You're bad. You're bollocks. I hate you. That's how you breed a culture of people that just fucking cannot comprehend someone playing for fun. They see me going around blowing stuff in cars for a piss take. They just froth at the mouth with rage. So you have this community that's been propagandized by these YouTubers for so long, since probably 2016, 2017, to just buy cosmetics, only go for wins, to abhor fun, to hate fun, any enjoyment. Is how we know, as the Claymore cult, for anyone who doesn't know, if you're watching this and you're not a follower, we basically, all we do is just camp and troll and talk shit to people and just play for fun. We're like the only last group of people on Earth, it seems, to play for fun. We're basically the Vanos group, but we camp and we troll, we talk shit, have a laugh. But we're not just one shtick. We don't always. We just sit in the corner of an RPG and that's it. We could adapt. We've come up with hundreds and hundreds of trolls. We have ways of trolling in Rivals. You can troll in GTA. You can troll in COD. Anything. The one main thing is we play for fun. We don't give a shit about wins. We don't give a shit about any of that. We just play for fun. But when anyone in this modern culture comes across us, they think we're the evil ones. We're the bad guys. Like, they see the three of us jump in this car, spin around and blow ourselves up. I'm actually quite enjoying blowing up all the cars. I might blow up all the cars, but in the video I'll blow them all up. These people who are propagandized and brainwashed into just going for wins see us, for example, do that. In days of old, if they saw us do it, they'd be, "Ha, that's funny, I'm gonna join in, ha ha." They look at that, feel utter contempt and disgust. They're like, "You're not playing the game how I want you to play. No, you can't do that. Report it. I'm banning you. Report it." Report brings me on very nicely to my next point, but I'll just conclude the YouTuber point. YouTubers are, and I would love to have a fucking 1 hour chat with anyone, and I'd take on anyone from fucking someone allegedly intelligent like Drifter to Exclusive Ace to Nick Merckx. I would take on any of you. I'd take on all of you at once. All of you. And chat someone who actually loves games like me. I would fucking take you on. And I will win. And I would not go into a debate with any of those fucking people lightly. I would come prepared with hard facts and hard things aside, as well as just my opinion. Because these people are fucking pathetic. They're the reason why the game is dead. So the last section, this has been a very long point one, but I think it needed to be. The very last section of the culture part, the comms bans. Why am I on COD talking about Rivals? Because I'm comms banned on Rivals. What was I comms banned for? Don't know. Was I comms banned for saying a very naughty word referring to the black race? No. Did I insult the Alan Cars? No. Should I be banned even if I do insult them? No. Why should you be banned for calling someone a fat? Why? Again, it's real life is permeating down the culture. That's why I mentioned the culture. The culture now is just a woke, far left, censorship rich cesspool of nonsense, where it is just a woke mob that exists entirely online. They're terminally online. Just make it their quest in life to ruin, prohibit, to ban, to curtail all normal human speech. You see it with fucking Karens in like a pub or something. You see it in the workplace. You see it in the school. It's just this hyper oppressive lust these fucking evil people have to just try to silence everyone else. And it's permeating out to the game. So how that manifests in Rivals is just you get comms banned for literally fucking nothing. There's an AI chatbot that bans you live, gives you a warning or bans you for saying certain buzzwords, and you have the report system with the game whereby people can report you for X, Y, or Z, and you get basically an instant ban. It's almost instant. Literally, you can say ban, and within 2 seconds you got a warning. Say it again, you're banned, gone. For anywhere from an hour to a week to a month. I've got a month comms ban. I've got multiple week one. I'm on a week one. I'm on the last 2 days of week ban for not even saying a swear word. Honestly, not even. The AI chatbot just hears you speak, doesn't like it, you're gone, you're banned. So how this all wraps up to being part of the culture. The culture of gaming now is not only in absolute juxtaposition to fun, it's a juxtaposition to just honest banter and just have a laugh. Like us just said, you're a fucking shit cod. You get comments back for saying that on Rivals. To your mate. Or you see your mate's gay, you stupid fag, stop riding men, banned. You're black. Come on man, I'm gonna go eat. Banned. Or you're an Arab, you say, hey, mashallah, my habibi, banned. Because you said something got to do with religion, banned. This culture, and everyone associated with this culture, the YouTubers, the streamers, the TikTokers, the devs, the suits behind the devs, the publishers, can fucking rot in hell. Gaming is no longer something you just, load up, have a bit of fun, have a laugh, enjoy it, maybe explore something new, find something new, try a new weapon. It is just YouTuber prescribes best loadout. YouTuber tells viewer how to play a game. Viewer then proceeds to play a game exact same way, and just no agency. Complete NPC behavior. People have just become NPCs on the game. They don't play for fun. They actually can't handle to come across us in the Claymore cult who just play for fun. They can't cope with us. They have to just report us, get us banned, because they can't. Because we expose these fucking cretins for what they are. Absolute low-life scum. They're scum. Modern gamers are scum of the earth. The worst people on earth. There's not a single group of people I've met in any part of my life as bad as modern gamers. And there's fucking people I hate in real life. Modern gamers are the most toxic, heinous, horrible people on earth. And I will defend that to the fucking death. It is just a cult of fucking kiddie fiddling, fucking actual racist people, horrible people, the worst cohort of fucking cunts in the universe, all inhabit modern games. They're all on Rivals, they're all on COD, they're on Fortnite, they're fucking everywhere. Brain damaged, brain dead fucking cretins who couldn't fucking cite the alphabet if you ask them to, couldn't add one and one, but yet somehow think their opinion matters on the game. All they do is rage bait, all they do is talk over you, all they do is just cite whatever fucking shite the YouTuber of the day is saying. All they do is load up the game, buy bundles, play one game, log off, or they play the game 24/7 and just get pissy at anyone who fucking plays the games or have fun. God forbid you want to come home with your mates, have a laugh, or have your friend over. God forbid you want to play with your mate who is maybe not good at the game. God forbid the matchmaker will just punish you into oblivion. The matchmaker will just put you with a fucking probably 5 cheaters in the enemy team, all going, ow, ow, we win game, ow, 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 you're bad, even though I win game, I rebut you because you not play how I want you to play, ow, ow, ow. Imagine you come home to that, that's what you're doing with some fucking smelly fat Arab prick, just calling you a newbie because God forbid you didn't go 45-1 with Daredevil the first time you used him. This community full of pussy, absolute pussy whipped femboy, probably wear their sister's knickers, absolute cretins I've ever seen. Pedos, femboys, furries, fucking every description of absolute degeneracy you could possibly think of. It is the worst bunch of people ever. And so that's why I do think, not just Rivals, all gaming will just die. All modern gaming will just cease to exist. It really won't. There is nothing anyone can do to save it other than it to die and just be reborn. Will people like us try to save it? Because all the people who play for fun have just fucking gone. They've found other hobbies, and fair play to them. No, thankfully this is one of many of my hobbies. But if gaming is all I had, holy shit, I would have to find a new hobby very quick. So anyway, I think I'll wrap up the rant there. I knew it'd turn longer because I don't do a script, because I don't need a script when this is unlike these fucking sanitized YouTubers. If this gets me a fucking channel banned because I said lots of naughty words alive on stream, don't care. I live in the real world. I just stream either to have a rant like this that perhaps could be turned into a video, or just to stream just in the off chance you get a reaction playing Rivals. I don't stream for any other reason at all. It's only a hobby. The stream itself isn't even a hobby. I just do it as a side thing. Unlike these YouTubers, I don't need to script. Why would I script? What have I said that I need to have a pen and paper in hand to remember? Why would I need to remember that? All these YouTubers alone say, "Hey guys, I'm Mr. YouTuber Man 420 here. I am back today with my 75th video with the exact same thumbnail of me sucking cock with my mouth open. I'm back again with the best class loadout for Call of Duty. Hey man, make sure to like, subscribe, and here's a 4-minute ad roll about a chat GPT or some AI that I got paid $5,000 for. Here you go. Here's my ad roll. Watch the video." And I put the loadout at the very end in the last frame of the video, so you have to watch the entire 45 minutes. Oh yeah, and see you next one. Because I'm not one of those brain damaged fucking autism YouTubers like that, or a VTuber. I literally just exist and just say exactly what's on my mind. And I know that is absolutely frowned upon in the modern culture, and more power to it. People like myself and GG and Foxy are torn the side of these fucking people. Great, brilliant, delighted to hear. So, will anything change as a result of this? No. This is purely laying down the marker, nailing my colours to the mast, and putting it out there just in case Flats or one of these other fat fucking pedo retard sees it. They can know there's some slightly overweight beer gut Irishman sitting on his couch is able to say things that these fucking YouTubers are too scared to say. Even if they agree with it, they don't say it. If they don't agree with it, honestly, they're the part of the problem. If it takes some chunky Irishman on his couch to say all this and something to give the community a boo up the arse, so be it. Is this community, gaming in general community, it can't die quick enough, and with Rivals it is dying a fucking very quick death. So anyway, I'll wrap it up there. If anyone's watching, I hope you enjoyed. The Angry Irishman, do again soon.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell